Welcome, everyone, to the Sun Bowl, home field for the UTEP Miners. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the UTEP Miners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the UTEP Miners offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really... offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the Miners can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Garner. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Miners are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They just keep firing. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Garner. Caught. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on 3rd down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The Miners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miners.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Scanning the field, it's Garner. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leads it with the back. Finding an escape route. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10, easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just...
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Garner. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Punch it out of the air. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And the Miners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Gonna let it fly. Snatches it on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
The Miners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He wants it all. Touchdown, Utah! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will... So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Garner. Zings it complete to the right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, create enough separation to create a positive game.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes a grab on the shot. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And the Miners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brock. And the return man is stopped. And now UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Garner. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
The Miners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw, it's Garner. The throw to the outside is complete. Good, solid tackle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
They'll send the back in motion. Off play action. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's...
There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
He leaves it with his back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking for a man. It's Garner. Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Touchdown, Miners! And the route is on.
After that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Fresno State is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all...
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Using the quick game. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Garner. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got him. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry, and shut.
He's going for the goal line. And The Miners backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting a run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Crosses the 30. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking for a man. It's Garner. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Dumps it to the back. On the spot in the defense. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
It's complete to the left. And we have breaking news. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.